Now, you as a class have elected your valedictorian speaker, and it is a great pleasure to now invite Kemi Onabonjo to the stage, please.
Thank you, Urs. Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Good afternoon, family members and loved ones. Good afternoon, esteemed faculty and school administrators. And hello to my beloved class of July 2016, who have entrusted me with the huge honor of representing them here today. My name is Oluwakemi Onabanjo. I was born in Nigeria. I was educated in Nigeria, and I spent most of my working years in Nigeria. And from the age of 15, I wanted to leave Nigeria. I wanted access to better doctors who would have been able to treat my asthma properly. I wanted to attend university and not worry about spending extra years in school due to faculty strikes. I wanted to be able to drive my car safely on the roads without the fear of potholes deep enough to throw my car off. I wanted to live without the fear of contracting malaria after every mosquito bite, and we have lots of mosquitoes in Nigeria. I wanted to leave, and I had a plan. I was going to be a doctor, the first doctor in my family. I had secured admission in a number of universities in the US to start my pre-med studies, with the hope of returning to Nigeria only as a tourist. I had it all planned out. I was going to be a good doctor, a kind doctor, a doctor with legible handwriting. I was going to have a nice little house, complete with a well-groomed lawn, a fuel-efficient hybrid 4x4 pickup, and supersized Big Macs to my heart's desires. But fate wanted otherwise. My visa application was rejected, and my grand escape plan was foiled. Fast forward 10 years to 2012, no white coats, no scrubs, no stethoscope. My dream of becoming a doctor was now a distant memory. I became a management consultant in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. And my second assignment was a project aimed at supplying medical kits to clinics across the country. For 2 months, my life was overtaken by medical kits. I was pushing medical kit statistics into Excel and showing medical kit graphs in every PowerPoint presentation. I even started seeing medical kits in my dreams. My job took me across the country, and 1 year later, I found myself working on yet another project with a community hospital in northern Nigeria. Still not a doctor, but close enough. The local administrators were telling me how they had been able to attend to more pregnant women over the preceding months because the midwives had started using medical kits. The same medical kits from the project I worked on the year before. And that's when it all made sense. You see, these kits were the catalyst behind a significant reduction in the number of unsupervised childbirths, which averted a lot of family tragedies and saved the lives of numerous babies and mothers. I wasn't a doctor saving lives, yet I was unwittingly changing the course of people's lives positively. It was then I regained my hopes. I no longer wanted to escape Nigeria. I felt empowered again. I, too, could make a change. Today, we stand together as far away from any village we have come from, in this chateau where a dream was born some 60 years ago. George Doriot, the founder of INSEAD, dreamt of making a change and building a Europe no longer torn apart by war, but united in trade and collaboration. And gladly, that dream has grown beyond Europe and now includes the entire world. Within INSEAD, we have no borders. Here, we respect and celebrate cultures. Pakistanis and Indians work together to organize a shared national week. Syrians and Israelis work together on financial models. And the entire community stands together against the extreme acts of terrorism we've seen in, sadly, a long list of countries in recent times. In the course of this year, we have discovered that our similarities greatly outweigh our differences. We're all driven by a deep desire to learn, a huge quest for adventure, and a passion to make a change in our lives and communities. Although we may have been on different campuses and had different experiences, there is only one INSEAD spirit. Whether it was Welcome Week in Amphi A or Amphi Merck, or sleepless nights studying for corporate finance, or prepping for interviews, whether it was in the house dinners or the poolside brunches, whether it was at Chateau Tavers or at One Altitude, we always felt that special, intense INSEAD spirit. As if the program wasn't intense enough, some of us decided to raise the bar and start families this year. A special shout out to Daisy, Shino, and Stephanie, who not only specialize in marketing and strategy, but also in diaper changing and late-night burping sessions. And of course, the MBA dads, as associate producers, deserve a shout out too. And in the spirit of diversity and unity, we have managed to convince Cupid to shoot arrows at least 40 unsuspecting INSEAD boys and girls, with some interesting passport combinations as a result. We all will be waiting patiently for the wedding invitations. Hashtag no pressure. As a class, we have bonded through great times and tough times. Most importantly, we have formed deep bonds of lifelong friendships, and now we all have second homes around the world, or at least a couch to crash on. But before we start getting excited about our second homes, let's take a moment to think back to our first homes. In Africa, we say it takes a village to raise a child. So, I would like to use this opportunity to thank our respective villages, our families, loved ones, and mentors who have supported us on our journeys thus far. Please join me in giving them a big round of applause. Today serves as both an end and a beginning. With everything that has happened in the last 10 months, the scramble to secure new jobs, new homes, and new futures for ourselves, it is easy to lose sight of some important things. Within the next 10 years, many of us will be occupying positions of influence and power, making decisions that affect thousands or even millions of lives. Although it might not seem that way right now. And although the jobs we have secured already, or the ones we will secure in the next few months, might seem like just another step in the entrepreneurial or corporate ladder, we must remember that we are incredibly powerful, and the impact of our actions ripples out beyond us into our communities and the world at large. This is the realization I came to in that hospital in northern Nigeria, where I witnessed firsthand the impact of my work. And this is what we should constantly remind ourselves of, especially on the days we feel like ordinary paper pushers. We are extremely fortunate. And although we don't feel that way every day, we are very privileged. We have been the recipients of many gifts. An education that not only enlightens but empowers. the intelligence and resilience to achieve our wildest dreams, the resources to be able to seize the many opportunities that come our way, and the capacity to move beyond facts and spreadsheets to knowledge and understanding. We have not been given this gift to build isolated bubbles and golden cages of individual comfort. Each and every one of us here has a calling and a higher purpose. It is therefore our duty to use these gifts that we have so graciously been given to serve our families, our communities, and ultimately, humankind. It is also our duty to spread the INSEAD spirit of tolerance, empathy, and collaboration everywhere we go. It is in our service to others that we find true fulfillment and can chart our course to greatness. Last night, as I walked through campus, taking my last steps as a student, I came upon the words of George Dorio displayed in the Camembert Hall. He said, "Let us do more than our share for the generation coming after us." This was his charge to the school's inaugural class almost 60 years ago in this same location. And this is the charge to all of us here today as the INSEAD alumni we are about to become. INSEAD class of July 2016. Even as our time as MBA students has now come to an end, let us seize this new beginning, go forth, and do great things, because the world is waiting for us. Thank you.